And welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 6 Expert, where today, yeah, as you can see, I've been working on getting the blaze blood that's going to power some magnetic dynamos and give us renewable power. So I think last episode, I think I actually ended up cutting it out, but I was trying to make signalum in the Tinker Smeltery, and it turns out the lava isn't hot enough. Which then I thought, oh, I need to get blazing blood. And it's pretty easy to set something like this up. Now, I did make a bunch of seared glass, and then I was going to block it with, because, you know, you want it dark in here so light doesn't come in. But I just realized I don't have, you know... Yes, this isn't ideal. So that should block light, so then mobs should still spawn as normal. I could up the spawner rate. I guess we can leave it until we need to do that. But I definitely want to put a nether star on there, so that blazes will continue to spawn. It's our last nether star as well. So that blazes will continue to spawn even when I'm not there. And maybe even a comparator. And that's just going to let us, you know, be able to turn it off. And yeah, this is going to be the basis for power from magnetic dynamos. A little bit of crafting to do here. We have to multi-servo press a thermoelectric generator from Immersive Engineering, which is kind of cool. None of this is too bad. Compressed iron we got heaps of, reinforced bricks we got heaps of, fluid cells I've made a few of, we got plenty of rubber. So this won't be too bad. And yeah, I guess I'll make a few magnetic dynamos. And for probably a little while at least, we should be good on power. We can always... I have to be careful here. I can't get out. Can't get out. Let's just... redstone controller, and that's... Right, it's also going to stop the spawner. Oh. Alright. Okay, so spawner is stopped. Spawner has a nether star on it. It's kind of annoying to get out. Lever. Now it doesn't require nearby players, and we shut it. Why aren't you dying? Oh, we're out of... Yeah, that happens. We are out of blaze blood. Then once this is full... There we go. And this should work pretty well. And then we just need... I might set up some... XNet fluid automation, just so it's piping out of there the entire time, or at least piping out of that tank, and at least going back into those tanks to keep this thing running, and then we can pipe stuff down, and I guess we have like our power generation under this dude. So, time to whip up some magnetic dynamos, and you can't really hear it. Unless you're right in there. So that's pretty good. Whip up some magnetic dynamos so we get essentially unlimited power. And then we just have to set up a little bit of automation and decorate it because... Yeah, I just happen to have a lot of terracotta. Alright, time to craft some of these dynamos. And we got ourselves these thermoelectric generators. I need to stop this guy making gold rods, and then... Oh, this is fast too. Neat. And yeah, I still had a bunch of fluid cells left over from something I was trying to make a heap of. Oh, these integral components. Which we can make these now, so they wouldn't be too bad. Anyhow. Magnetic dynamos. And these are going to live, yeah, I don't know, here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to quite do here yet. So this should be reasonably simple. If we put this here, he's not going to get power. I guess we can just rotate like that. Boom. 40 hour tick. Yeah, these don't produce a lot by default, but this should last a long time. It hasn't even used any of it, so that'll be cool. So we got this guy set up. We're going to need these connectors. Oops, some of them did not go where I wanted them to. And that's going to enable us to see all of these machines. And then we need another couple of connectors. I'm hoping we can connect to that. We can. Let's just fill these up for now. Let's just fill up one. We'll hold off on the other one because we want to be able to put. And actually, maybe this should go under here. We want to be able to connect to these tanks. Yeah, exactly like that. And then I guess we're going to run some cables here. We'll do something like that. And now we can see these tanks. Cool. So our seared drain. We want fluid. Let's create and let's say extract. And then on these ones, these should all be inserts. And these are all starting to get blazing blood. And it's not time. Cool, this should be working. And then we also want to insert on these guys. So we're extracting from there. We're inserting into everything else. Everybody should get a little bit of blazing blood. Which they are, which is cool. Now I also want to, let's rotate this again. And then we want to set up another channel. This is going to be energy. Oh, power doesn't come out that part of them. Power only comes out the front. Alright, okay, let's remove this channel. We would have to do more connectors, which I don't have heaps of. They're not too bad, but we don't really need to do that way. We could keep using these mechanism basic universal cables. Would be reasonably expensive. I mean, we've got steel bees, so we get plenty of steel. It's not ideal to run power like this, but we don't have wireless power transfer just yet. And then we can, I don't know, do something like that just so it's symmetrical. Okay, well the next thing to do is now make this look a bit more like some kind of power generating blaze blood type structure. And that looks a bit better. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what this is. Like some sort of evil blaze power generator tower thing. Yeah, I'm not sure, but better than what we had before. Not entirely convinced that these colors go together, but we can always change it later. And there's probably going to be some mobs in here, but this area is client. Actually, there is definitely mobs. Oh, they're probably the blazes. But yeah, so just got that same setup again. You know, yep, lava getting injected into all of these dynamos. Obviously needs a little bit more of an interior than it's got, but this is a good start. So I imagine we'll probably be moving the bees at some stage once we get the apiary set up. And also it would be good to... is it worth... Like we could hook these tanks up to that XNet system as well and just have blaze blood wherever we need fuel. Like we just run the connectors underground. I assume they can travel any sort of distance. Something we haven't done is convert all of this over. So this is still running off these Stirling dynamos. It could be time to start moving some of these machines anyway. I don't know if I really want to put all my machines inside this tower. I guess they could go in there, or we could start expanding out this way. Yeah, and I mean this will probably get turned into a tower at some point too. So, you know, it's added another building to the area. Just kind of winged it. Definitely winged it. Could use a lot more detail, but it'll do for now. One thing I would like to do is get us some more power cells, because this stores a million RF, which is pretty good, but we've only got one. And then once we have the one, we could look at upgrading these. Actually, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. We need energized steel for making this first one, I think. So if we wanted to get to the basic energy cell, we need dielectric casings, which already require energized steel, unless these don't know. So we need energized steel. To get energized steel... Oh, whoops, I started looking at the capacitor. So the capacitor we can make. We've made all of this stuff before. And we've got plenty of plastic. Yes, energized steel. We get that... Oh, can we... It's not an alloy, is it? No. We need a energizing orb, which we have looked at before. Shouldn't be too bad. I found these down in caves, or we can make it with rainbow runes. We might try and find some of these corundum blocks. Yeah, we'll look at probably getting ourselves one of those energizing orbs. And then once we get that, we need at least one energizing rod, which requires these capacitors, which we can make. A Tesla coil. A bit of crafting, but... Oh, it needs etching acid. Huh. Well, we've already made some etching acid. We can make a bit more. That's kind of cool. That's a cool recipe. So yeah, I would like to start working towards that. And just getting some more energy cells. Yeah, we'll do that. And I'll start... This is going to be the main difficult bit. Ghostly glass and... Oh, okay, no, I take that back. I take that... Oh no, we can do this in the nether. If we get ourselves a bottle of cork, which requires tree bark. There we go. And that gets us these bottles and corks. Now, we haven't gotten into Nature's Aura yet, so that might actually be something that's coming up soon. We can do it here in the overworld, and we get bottled sunlight. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful, because it drains the aura in the area, and we don't actually have a way of visualizing the aura. Just having a peek at what else we can make with this. It's probably some cool stuff. And draining all the aura out of an area is pretty bad news. You'd have to go crazy with it, but if you did, things start exploding. It's a bad time if you really, really drain the aura. Here in the nether, you can see there's all this grass growing. And this is from Nature's Aura, and it means that this is a high aura area. You can see just converted there, so... You feel pretty confident that that was pretty safe. Cool. And that was like the one thing we're a little bit unsure of in here. Yeah. And conveniently, we kind of have the machine set up that we need. It's not exactly what we want for making these capacitors. We need to go around 4 times, so split these up into 4. We just have to chuck plastic here. Nice. And then that just goes through 4 times, and we get a whole bunch of these capacitors. I needed oil. So we're grabbing a whole bunch. I mean, this should last us a while, right? Yeah. That's a bit of oil. I needed more plastic. More molten plastic, to be specific. And that was in one of these. Why can't I place you down? Oh, one of them. And actually, I just needed that plastic. I guess I should make more. And it is the coil. This is being used for constructing this energizing rod, and takes HV capacitors, 2 of them, which each of them take 2 MV capacitors, which each of them take 2 LV capacitors, and each of them required a fluid cell, which is, you know, a bit of rubber and fluid cell frames, plus the etching acid. I had to make a whole bunch of etching acid, which actually wasn't too bad. You could sort of just chuck everything in that pressure chamber and it would eventually become a thing. But I think, yeah, we've got all the stuff for this. So quartz enriched iron is just quartz and iron in the kiln, so that wasn't bad. We had those processing. This is our first energizing rod, and it's not a quest. There probably are power quests I should be following. Yeah, I think progression's slightly changed to how power would normally go. But anyhow, so we got 1 energizing rod. That would be enough to get us started, and then it's just this dude. And nice. So actually we want to stop this for now, because I know it can sometimes start crafting. They go there. Machine frame. Glass. And that should be that. Oh. Wait, what did I do wrong? Crystal? Oh, I made it into crystal glass. That would do it. It was ghostly glass and then that crystal stuff. This stuff. And this time, we should end up with the thing I was actually after. That's looking more like it. Nice. An energizing orb. Cool. Cool. That's going to be able to get us these dielectric rods because these need energized steel. Which needs frost steel and electrum. Electrum shouldn't be a problem. It's crafting up a whole bunch of that. But frost steel might be another story. I think I have some. 44 ingots of frost steel. That'll be fine. And then I'm going to set this up over in our tower of power. Because I should be using it for something. I should probably clear it out. But let's start with the energizing orb. Which is cool. Then this just needs power. You can go there. And I think you should pick up. Oh, we might have to hopper this stuff in. I don't know if we can right click it. And hey, that's pretty neat. Oh, that's right. Automating these is a little bit tricky. Yeah, right. Because if you hopper it in, it puts too much stuff in. So you kind of have to automate it so that it only puts, one of each thing in and then stops. Huh. Which actually, XNet's pretty powerful, right? Like if we had item, we could insert like a single And give it a big delay. Maximum amount in destination inventory. This would work. Cool. Let's delete that for now. But yeah, we could use XNet to automate this. Yeah, because we just say you're only allowed one of each of these things in the destination inventory and extract out of a chest. That'd work. But for the meantime, we'll just craft some of this manually. It won't be too bad. Oh, and I just realized we can do this a lot faster because you can convert blocks at a time, which is going to save us a whole bunch of time. It does use a lot more power though. That's 100,000. Alright, that's going to be way better. Way better. And power is, as far as I can tell, I mean, this guy's empty. Alright, so it's going to be draining them slowly. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. And then we can finally make some of these dielectric rods. I might just stick with that many for now. And now we have dielectric casing, which was a quest. Oh, we get 2 more. That's nice. We could go and grab... Oh, we need another energizing rod. Oh, they were annoying to make, actually. Need better ways of making this stuff. We'll hold off on that for now. Oh, we do get 2 more as a reward, though, so that would be quite nice. And then we could get batteries. Nice for charging stuff in your inventory. That's cool. And then we'll start working towards these things. Hey, that means we can now craft... Potentially, we could craft 3 energy cells. Is it worth it? I say it probably is. None of this is too hard to get now. None of this is too hard to get now. I reckon 3 of them. And as reward we got charged snowballs. Hey, that'll be handy for lightning crafting. And then we can put these energy cells over in our power area. I can probably move this stuff for now. I don't know how I want to store all of my power, but I guess we could start storing it like this. Then we can like build out a better system. But hey, it's gonna give somewhere for all of this energy to go. But sweet. And then okay, maybe we put this back. We might want to craft some more of that. And they're going to be starting to use some of the blazing blood that's in this guy. He's almost full. These tanks are full. Blazes are still happening. We definitely don't need to speed up that spawner. I haven't put any sugar on that yet. And cool. Once we get some upgrades to make these guys generate more than 40 RF a tick, that'll be even better, but we're going to have quite the buffer of power, which is going to be handy. But hey, renewable power and an interesting looking structure. Whether or not it fits with the base, I'm not sure. But sweet. It's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one where, I don't know what we're doing. Something. See you guys.